Hi again. Welcome to lesson number 22. Hopefully lesson 21 went really well for you. Today's lesson we have a lot of teacher duets and we get to learn the C chord. Now, the C chord is a very important chord across a lot of different instruments. So you can use C chords on the guitar, on an accordion, lots of different instruments use chords. So this is kind of fun to start diving into those because they're the building blocks for a lot of music. So we're gonna get started with that today. Hopefully it goes well, and let's just get going. So open up your theory book to page 36, and ta-da! Here is the C chord. So the C chord builds up in thirds from C. We have at the bottom, like we learned last time, our tonic. At the top we have our dominant, and in the middle we have our third. Okay, so C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G. Okay, really quickly I want you to go down to the piano. I want you to play these different ones. Okay, so first of all, let's play this C chord down in the bass C. So here's my middle C, here's my bass C. So my chord builds up from C, so play C, E, G. Okay, and do that with me, C, E, G. Okay, now we're gonna make a chord on the next C. So building up, C, E, G, play them all together. Should have played the last one all together. That's okay. And then we're gonna go up to treble C, C, E, G, and play it all together as well. Okay, so there's our C chords in those spots. Now there's C chords all the way up the piano and all the way down the piano as well. What they're gonna have you do, this is just a really short, easy theory lesson today. You're gonna write a C chord starting on each C below. So refer to the chords above. So it says bass C. I'm gonna go ahead and write this bass C chord. Okay, middle C, gonna draw that in there, and treble C, draw this one there. Then I'm gonna use the notes that they've given me to complete the chord. So they gave me an E here, and so I'm gonna finish by putting C and G, C, E, G. They gave me a G here, so I'm gonna finish by putting E and C. Now these are also all of your middle C, treble C, middle C, treble C, middle C, treble C, okay? And then in the bass, you're gonna do the same, okay? It's all, you're gonna end up with the C chord looking the same in all of these, okay? So really not too hard. And that's it for our theory today. So pretty easy peasy. And then we get to start using our C chord. And this is kind of fun because we do have a lot of teacher duets. We're just doing this one page in technique, page 30. And what we're doing is we're going to start here and we're going to build up on our C into the chord. Dun, 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 dun. And then build down, okay? And then we have this chord cakewalk. You're just going to play them together, together, bump, 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 together, together, bump, bump, together. Okay, so watch your dynamics here, loud, soft, okay? All right, so I'm gonna give you an example of the first one, rock climbing. This one we will repeat, it does have a repeat sign, so we're starting here with our hands on the same bass C, middle C, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And see how I'm holding them down as I go, so I'm keeping my C down as I build up. Keeping my G, my E, it's like your fingers stick. Stick on the way up, stick on the way down, okay? And the chord walk, pretty simple. Here we go with that one. Try to play it with me, okay? See if you can, whenever I play these songs for you, give it a try. It's great to sight read and see if you can figure them out. So we'll count off 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, quiet, 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 loud. repeated, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this one does have a little teacher duet, so I'll just give you the example of that. It's going to count off 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. So that's pretty easy, and that's it for our technique book. Okay, so we're cruising along today. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter lesson, I think. We do have a bunch in that lesson book, though. We're going 48, 49, and 50, so that's kind of a lot. However, this is just what we've been talking about. Okay, so we're going to work with our tonic and our dominant together, and then add in the third in the middle, add in the E. So tonic dominant, add in the E, and then chord, 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 okay? And then I'm just working with these chords, bum, 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 together, okay? And then I'm gonna break the chord up, C, E, G, 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 C, okay? So I'll give an example of those, and then we'll go ahead and do our next little song for a scarecrow, okay? So, warm-ups, we're gonna play these together and then add the E, all right? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together, 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 okay? And it says repeat higher and lower. Actually, if you want to do hands separate, I think that's what it was supposed to be. But if you'd like to do them together, you can do that too. Whatever is easier for you, okay? Now, blocked chords. So I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quiet. And repeat loud. Broken chord, we're going to do it separately. This is in 3/4 timing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then cross over. Okay, pretty simple. All right, then we didn't learn this in our theory book. We're actually going to learn this next week in our theory book, but we'll talk about it here in the lesson book for just a minute. This I is the Roman numeral for 1, okay? So a 1 chord is going to be tonic as your home note, okay? A third and a fifth. So it's just going to, another name for this C chord is called the first chord, okay? So this is just another one that's going to use this first chord. Okay, it says before playing the piece, write an I or a Roman numeral 1 under each measure with a C chord. So I've got lots of C chords in here. Here's some seconds. Okay, but under all of these that have C chords, go ahead and write a number, Roman numeral number 1. Okay, looks like an I. And this little piece, you've got mezzo forte in your right hand and piano in your left. So these chords are just going to be really light, soft sounding chords, kind of bouncing in the bottom. All right, and then it kind of quiets down at the end. So let me give you an example of this one. My hand positioning is where my right hand is in treble C and my left hand is in bass C, okay? 3 counts them again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Seconds. D sharp. Watch for that D sharp. seconds. One, two, broken chord down. Okay, so my hands stay in the same position the whole time for that song. And we have one more today called My Pony. This one has a teacher duet that goes along with it. And in my bass, if you'll see, again, it's going to have you write this Roman numeral 1 under each of the C chords. Okay, so go ahead and do that. And then watch for your staccatos, staccato, staccato, and legatos. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you've got staccatos and legatos. Oh, excuse me. You've got staccatos and legatos all through here. You have mezzo forte, piano, mezzo forte, forte. So medium loud, soft, medium loud, loud, okay, to the bottom. So I'm going to give you an example of this one. Can move back in. So here I am in my C5 finger scales again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. My hand moves to the B. Thumb on B. Now back to the C. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and do the teacher duet. It's going to be 4 beats and begin, and it's trotting along, so it might pick up the pace a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Move your hand left. All right, and that's it for the lesson book. And last but not least, we have our performance book today. And this is a miniature sonatina. So sonatinas were very popular in the 17 and 1800s, so a long time ago, but they're actually pretty fun to play. The thing about a sonatina is you've got to watch your staccatos and legatos. There are a lot of them in and through sonatinas, okay? You're here again working with your C chord in the bottom, and you'll move up to your 3 finger on G here and play G, A, B, okay? Then you remain there, and then you hit this C chord. So you're moving from here to here a bunch, okay? So let's practice that just really quick. Place your left hand on bass C chord. Okay, play that with me. Now, to move up to where you need to move up to, you're going to take your thumb, or take your 3 finger and put it where your thumb was, okay? So you don't have to go around searching, just practice this for a second. Chord, 3 finger on G, chord, 3 finger on G, okay? And if you can do that, then the move shouldn't be too hard through the song, because you do move up and down a couple times. Now, after this first movement, there's a second movement, okay? So, movements have different characteristics, each of their own, okay? So the performer should pause between movements, and the audience should wait until the end of the sonatina to applaud. So this first movement is 4/4 timing. The second movement is 3/4 timing. And this one is lively, and this one is rather slowly, okay? So you're going to change the way the music sounds in those 2 different movements. All right? So I'm going to give you an example of this, and then we'll do the teacher duet that goes along with it. Got kind of crooked camera problem today. Oh, brother. Hopefully you can still see. I'm here in my C5 finger scale, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Move your left hand, 3 finger on G. Now stay where you are. D, D. Now back down. Okay. All right, now my second movement, I'm going to count off 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Quietly this time. Now move your hand down. Octave lower. Okay. All right, so I will show you the teacher duet with both of these movements, and they're separated in the teacher duet just because of the timing. So watch for the first one. It's gonna go pretty quick. Here we go. 4 beats them again. 1, 2, ready, go. Move your thumb or your 3-finger. Quiet. Back down. Back up. Okay. Now the next one, 3 beats them again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Quietly this second time. Okay. All right, so not too bad. Pretty fun little song. This will take you a little bit of practicing, and make sure that you do the teacher duet with it. That helps to show you that you have totally perfected it and you're ready to move on to the next song. So practice hard this week. Hope it all goes well, and we'll see you for the next lesson.